Hello everybody and welcome once again to another 1v1 here in the Showcase series. Today we have a midday race. It's going to be a challenge of, I believe it was Hale State challenging TaylorGoneSlidin. So we'll wait to join that one, but as we're going we could kind of talk about their previous encounters here on the league. TaylorGoneSlidin has only done one race. Well, not one race, but one showcase, and he lost that one. And this is TTV Hale State's first time on the channel, so we will see what can happen. Not sure who's picking which track, but it should be a fun one. Both of these guys part of the free agency that goes on in this league. It's part of that free agent, I don't want to say it's a series, but it's kind of its own little thing. And both of them trying to put on a show for maybe a potential sponsor, potential team owner that's watching. They're definitely going to look for something. We do have an invite already. We're just waiting to join. And right now I think they're talking about a road course round one, possibly the Charlotte Roval. I have not seen either of these guys. The only time I've really raced them was at Las Vegas in one of the free agency races, and they were both very clean. So we have the go-ahead to join. Right here. Which track did they pick? They picked the Roval. I know Heredia is very happy about that. Here we are, loaded in. Leader, of course, going to be TaylorGoneSlidin. He made the lobby. Green flag is out for round one. Going through the first couple of corners, it looks like advantage Hale State. He's going to be able to pull away a little bit. TaylorGoneSlidin went sliding right there outside of turn 3. Able to save it though. Do have to say, TaylorGoneSlidin does have one of the better looking custom schemes I've seen on this game. It looks like the Kyle Larson, I forgot what was the green car, but the green and white car that he won, I believe it was Charlotte in. It's a good looking scheme. And of course you have Hale State up here sporting the Justin Haley number 16 Colleague Racing. Maybe trying to get a gig with Colleague Racing in the Xfinity Series out of free agency. Oh! Right there. Saw TaylorGoneSlidin again sliding off of the bus stop. And he's going to lose a little bit of ground as they come through the most technical portion of the racetrack. Taylor really got through there really well, and he's going to take the lead out of that. Oh, Hale State overdrives it into turn 1. He hits the wall, and now all of a sudden, just like that, TaylorGoneSlidin looking to have the advantage. Now he overdrives it. Both guys still trying to get a feel for the racetrack, it seems. 16 went really wide through the carousel. Able to keep the momentum up. 5 actually hit the wall there. And he's going to go through the flowers, able to save it, but it's going to lose a lot of time. And now the 16 back on his bumper. Right here, can't really go too wide. They're going to have to settle through here single file. Really smart move by both guys, especially the 16, not to force the issue there through the bus stop. He's going to get a nice run. He's rewarded for that patience on entry. He's going to be rewarded on exit, and he'll take the lead. Man, that's some close quarters racing right there. Both of them getting very loose. TaylorGoneSlidin's going to force on the outside, and he Chase Elliott's it right into turn 1, the Tums Heartburn turn, and that's probably going to do it here for race 1 if Hail State can just keep it on the track. Is he going to slow down maybe? Yeah, I think he is. He's going to wreck it himself. Wait for the 5. Now we've got a race once again. Yeah, it's really hard to determine who's the best here. Both of them have made kind of the same amount of mistakes. Right now, the 16, the only difference was he got stuck on the wall for longer than TaylorGoneSlidin got stuck on the wall and cost him more time. And that's why you see the 5 right here out in front. Nice and patient through the bus stop. On exit, doesn't hit the curbs. 5's going to power away here. This might be the final lap. Through the final portion. Sorry. And that was not the final lap. This has to be the final lap. Ooh, both of them getting loose right there. A little bit of elevation change really disrupts the balance of the race car. Both of them kind of felt that right there. 16 actually starting to gain just a little bit on the 5. To go through the carousel for the final time. Both of them in the grass. It's going to hurt the 16 more though. Hail State really got that grass too much. And he's overdriving a little bit now. It's going to be hard for him to get back to the bumper, Taylor. Use the wall a little bit for some braking. That's a pro strat. A lot of us do that. The 16's right on his bumper. Wow, what a not a carousel, what a bus stop for Hail State. He's got one more shot at this, going through the most difficult part of the racetrack, the final set of corners. Can he do anything with it? He's gonna send it into the inside wall. What? Did I see that right? What did I just witness? Well, if it stands, Hail State's gonna take race 1 out of the... I lost for words, folks. I have no idea. I have no idea what I just saw. I think there was some lag where he hit the inside wall going into the final corner, and he just kind of just hit the the nitrous button and went right through the 5. I mean, I don't think you can call that dirty racing. That was just very unfortunate. I'm still kind of dumbfounded at that one. But yeah, that's going to do it, I think. That gives the win to... I'm going to clarify here because it was such an awkward thing. Yep, Hail State did win out of the weirdest set of circumstances I've seen. It's on par with when Masopes in the Xfinity Series, or no, the Truck Series, no, it was the Xfinity Series, nailed the inside wall at Pocono. Again, just lost for words. I do not know what we just saw. Speaking of the Devil Pocono, that might be the next racetrack we go to. Going to see, it is. We're going to Pocono. I'm sorry if I sound excuse me, kind of out of it, but that Roval race really just my mind's in a pretzel right now. I have no idea what I saw, but we're gonna have to get over it. That first win went to Hale State. Is there a chance for Taylor to equal up here at Pocono? Fastest lap went to Hale State. Again, this series is going to be a best of 5, or whoever wins 3 races first. So, there's a chance for Hale State to really increase the lead here, but being at a draft track like Pocono, it is going to be hard to pull away from anybody, as TaylorGoneSlidin is actually going to not clear for the lead yet. Now he's clear as they go through the tunnel turn. Hale State with the crossover. Power move right there from the 16. Have to believe he's running a loose preset as they barrel down into turn 3. No turn 4 here at Pocono. He's going to overdrive it though. Now the 5 might come back to him on this very long front straightaway as we head into lap 2. Taylor going to peek to the outside, try a little side drafting from turn 1. Actually a pretty good move right there from Taylor. But they're going to equal out in speed here on Long Pond straightaway. Oh, Hale State misses the mark just a little bit there. Taylor nails it. He was flying through there, got loose on exit. He's going to be the inside. Hale State able to clear somehow. Hale State very aggressive going into turn 3 on the entry, and it's going to pay off. He has about 3/10 gap over Taylor. Oh man, that 5 is flirting with the apron. I don't know how he didn't spin it. He's actually going to have a huge run on exit. Kind of crazy line, but it works out for Taylor. He just pulls to the bumper of the 16. Pushes him through the tunnel turn. Might try to cross him here. There he goes. Both of them keep it out of the wall. Clean racing thus far between these two. I really think the Roval was a glitch. I don't think what we saw is what they saw. Oh, the 16's around. Out of turn 3, clips the apron, and that's going to do it for race 2. Taylor on the final lap just has to cruise it home. He will be able to equal up the series at 1 apiece. And right there is 16. Pretty, I bet he's pretty happy about the Roval race that just happened. He said in the Discord that he's been on the wrong side of 1v1s for a while now, and he needs to protect his name out here. If he didn't win that Roval race, he would be down 2-0, but that Roval race kind of saves him a little bit here. As Taylor rounds the final corner, heading on to the long straightaway one more time. It seems that Taylor is going to win race 2. Or is that not the final lap? Alright. That's great. I would love a ticker. So again on Long Pond straightaway. Maybe this is the final lap. How will we ever know? Probably won't. Oh, Taylor's gonna smack the wall in tunnel turn. Scrubs off a lot of speed, but there is no Hale State in sight. He's all the way back here and exiting the tunnel turn as Taylor is exiting turn 3. No contest here. Taylor, I believe, is going to win race 2. A sigh of relief from Taylor to be able to knot up the series. We've seen a lot of reverse comebacks, but you definitely don't want to be in that, you don't want to be under pressure. Going down 2-0 in one of these series, it can really put a lot of pressure on a driver, and I mean the pressure not to get swept. It's one thing to lose, it's another thing to get swept, and Taylor did a good job of covering it off this race. And will take advantage of Hale State spinning and cruises to the race 2 victory. Fastest lap there went to Taylor with 54.353, 1/10 faster, almost 1.5 tenths faster than Hale State. We're gonna hop out here. Sounds like the next one might be Kansas. I'm not sure why guys like going to Kansas. It's not multiple groove. If you like making moves on straightaways using momentum gathered from the outside lane, maybe you would enjoy this racetrack, but there's no passing in the corners unless you slide job somebody. There's our invite. This one, 11 laps. Okay, keep that one in mind, please, because I can't keep count. Sure, everybody saw the series between the game between Phoenix and Milwaukee last night. Sounded like Milwaukee evened up the series with the Suns. I do not follow the NBA a lot, but it seems like a pretty big upset to me. Other than, I mean, Giannis is very good, but at the same time, I thought Booker, Paul, all those guys would be able to take care of business. But anyways, back to racing. TaylorGoneSlidin with that pole, obviously, from Pocono, clears 16 on the backstretch. What do we see from Hale State? Does he try one of these very brave dive bombs? Slide job, as Dale Jr. likes to call them. Right now it doesn't look like it. Both of them pretty content just sitting where they are. Pretty early in this race thus far. We're only on lap 2. Not time for slide jobs yet. 16 is going to peek underneath. He's going to have a little bit of a run, but I imagine it's going to go away to make a little contact on exit of 4. It's going to stall the momentum of Taylor. And now if you're the 16, you have to try a slide job. He kind of just keeps it in the middle. Still trying it, not going to be there for him. Has to respect the space that Taylor still has on the outside. Taylor, a lot like Kyle Larson, ripping the fence And Justin Haley, I mean, Hale State, a lot like Justin Haley, putting Taylor into the wall. But it looks like he understood that, backed off a little bit, as we are on lap 4 of 11. Man, they are being and banging everywhere. I don't think Hale State's trying, but I think his car might just be a little bit too loose. Maybe, not too loose, excuse me, too tight on exit. He is pushing right up into that 5. Have all that. Taylor able to kind of get a little gap over State. As Taylor, do you start to break draft here, or do you just continue running your line? It has to be going through his mind now. What do you do on the front stretch? That's kind of where all the time can be made up, as he kind of fences it right there. It's going to allow State to get a little bit of that time back. I believe this is lap 7 of 11. Still up right against the boards for Taylor and Kyle Larson fashion. He's kind of been able to keep that gap that he made even after fencing it a little bit. He's able to keep a nice little buffer zone of about 2/10, 3/10. 4 laps to go here. On board from number 16. It's, there you go, the 5 trying to break the draft on the backstretch. He's going to send it there into 3. Better line from Hale State. Smoother line from Hale State. He's going to close in another 10. This one's far from over, guys. Three laps to go to decide race 3 here. If you're just now tuning in, we had the Roval race, which ended kind of controversially on our screens, but on their screens it didn't. It was Hale State that was able to grab that one. Then we went to Pocono, and TaylorGoneSlidin was able to equal it up there. Now race 3 to kind of tie break a little bit here. Taylor leading, Hale State in pursuit. As Taylor into the wall. Hale State's going to have a run. He's going to look to the inside. Is he going to be able to clear? He's going to have to pull the slide job. He's not going to do it. Now he does. A crossover from the 5. Coming to the line. I think this is 1 to go. They are side by side for race 3 here. Taylor going to send it, try to put a slide job himself. Not able to clear it. Hale State there. Side drafts to the outside. Hale State is going to clear for the lead. 5, a little tap there. Nothing too crazy. They are still door to door. The 5 has the advantage. Now he is at a disadvantage. The 16 to the outside. And this, I guess this is 1 to go. I lost count because I saw good racing. This is phenomenal racing. Very little contact from either guy. Nice side draft there from Taylor. He's going to go to the inside. Can he pull the slider himself? Hale State thinks he's going to slide job it. He's going to go to the bottom. Oh, this 5 gets to the 16. And that is race number 3. With contact coming to the line, TaylorGoneSlidin is going to win it and take the advantage 2-1 in the series. I wonder what Hale State has to say about that, but I think they race each other very cleanly the entire time. I don't think that was malicious. I think that was probably just a mistake. Going to hop out here. That was a really good race already. I agree. It didn't look like it wasn't a block, I don't think. I think he was trying to get down to the bottom to get the shortest way possible, have a drag race to the line, and just misjudged it by a very tiny bit. I don't know if the 16 would have even gotten him anyways. So, we do have an invite. Waiting on the chance to join race 4 here. Sounds like it might be in the last great Coliseum. Might be at Bristol Motor Speedway. Should be a good one. We've already seen a road course. We've seen a very unique, I don't even know what you call Pocono. Some people call it a super speedway. Some people call it an intermediate. I just call it unique. And then Kansas being a 1.5 miler. We've kind of seen a little bit of everything, and we're going to go to Bristol and kind of hit on every single type of racetrack. So these guys definitely, it might be a little bit of a learning curve for them. They might be trying to figure out which racetracks they like. I think this is a good way to do it. Got a good spotlight. You've got people that can, team owners that can watch this back and kind of see if you're up to par for their standards at certain racetracks, whether that be road course, 1.5 milers, Pocono, or of course Bristol, where we are now. Hale State won the pole, and we should be coming to lap 2 here. On board TaylorGoneSlidin. Looks like Hale State running the lower line, Taylor running the higher. Guess now all action is at a little momentary lapse. Now would be a good time to mention that tonight the Hennessey Performance Racing League is going to be taking on Atlanta Motor Speedway. And yes, it's still the old configuration. They will be taking their Xfinity Series and the Cup Series. 7:30 for Xfinity, 8:30 to 8:45 for Cup whenever that Xfinity race ends. Tune in tonight on the Hennessey Performance Racing League official channel. Back to our race here. It's like Hale State kind of getting a little bit of a gap. Running a smoother line, hitting the wall less. As I say that, they both fence it. Unfortunate for Hale State. A commentator cursed him right there. I will say one thing about this game. I get it that there are fans in NASCAR, but I don't think they cheer non-stop every single lap. So, NASCAR 21, if you could do me a favor and not have the fans cheer obsessively every single lap, that would be fantastic. Because my ears are about to go dead. Race number 4 here looking like it's heavily in the favor of Hale State, and this would equal up the series once again 2-2. We would go to a sudden death essentially for race 5. See who would get that third and most important win. Hold on here, folks. It looks like Taylor might be reeling him back in. As he fences it right out there into the wall outside of turn 4. Switch up his line. Man, those fans are loud. It's also just not realistic. I don't think Bristol's ever seen a sellout like this since like the mid-2000s. So I don't know what they're doing. NASCAR paid a bunch of fans. Taylor gets to the wall once again out of turn 4. The car is not handling well for him. Yep, he's going to have to let off the gas again. He's going to take a bad line into turn 1. That's going to allow Hail State to pull away just a little bit once again. As the long run sort of sets in here, the middle of the long run, Hail State pulling away. Really has found the line he likes. That middle line right there above the PJ1 seam. Seems to really help his car rotate. And Taylor, I don't know if he's, I don't think he's new to the game, but probably new to the idea of Bristol. This place is kind of special. I mean, you've got to have a certain line here to really keep the momentum up. Right now, it looks like Hail State's kind of taking him to school on that. This is good for Taylor. He can kind of analyze the line, following the foot tracks, see where that 16's getting better. Should be coming down to the final laps here for race number 4. And that was the final lap. So knotted up once again. Hail State answers 2-2. We will go to the final race. It will be the tiebreaker. And I can only imagine what track they'll pick. It'll have to be something even more unique. They're asking somebody to pick the finale track. I don't want to be that evil person to take them to Richmond or Martinsville, but I might put in my 2 cents there. Homestead would be a really good one, Heredia. That would be a really good one because, I mean, we've seen Pocono, Bristol. Our first road course was the Roval, so good on them for picking the best road course. And Kansas, that's the only one that's a bit trivial in my opinion, but they actually put on one of the best races in the series. Does sound like they're going to Homestead, the finale track back in 2019 and prior. They want to take it to South Beach. It's not really South Beach, but the greater Miami area. This is going to be exciting though. 2 free agents going at it. Trying to have a little bragging rights, but on top of that, get the attention of a team owner right here on the channel. 1v1s are a good way to showcase your skills. That's why we call it Showcase, the 1v1 Showcase series. We're still waiting for that 1v1 between Heredia God and always Joker. Joker is still undefeated. Looking to see if anybody can take him down here on the channel. Here we go. We can join for the final race of the 1v1 showcase between TaylorGoneSlidin and TTV Hale State 15. I did not get how many laps it was. I'm going to see if I can ask that real quick, like extremely quick. I think it might be 8. $11 laps. Okay, so same as Kansas. Alrighty. So 11 laps to decide it here in this 1v1 showcase between two free agents. Who's going to get the upper edge and get their, I believe, first win in 1v1s? We're green flag from Homestead. I've kind of hit the apron right there. Stalls up the 16 behind him. Goes to braking draft on the backstretch. I imagine the nerves are pretty high for these guys. Chance to get your first 1v1 win. It is kind of special, as now you can see both guys kind of migrating up to the middle line, middle to outside line. It's actually going to benefit, as it looked like Taylor might have hit the seam on exit. 16 of Hale State able to close in right to the bumper once again to Taylor. Ooh, both of them wall it out of turn 4. That's an interesting line. Actually, Hale State's going to peek to the outside for the lead. This would be a power move if he can make it happen. Got to watch out for the seam, though. Both of them able to avoid it. And Hale State is going to take the lead from the outside. Big move from him. Momentum's going to pay dividends for Hale State on the outside, able to stay in the lead. It's a little bit of lag there on my part. They are still side by side, door to door, in turns 1 and 2. He's going to have to fall back in behind. As I look from the blimp view, or drone view, I don't know what you would really call this. Some unrealistic view, whatever it is. But we can kind of watch the lines of Hale State and Taylor, see where they differentiate. Taylor down there in the second groove. Hale State up there, second groove from the top. And they make a little contact out of turn 2. They're going to be side by side once again on the backstretch. Ooh, they are crowning each other right there. 16 is actually going to crowd the 5 so much that the 5 hits the seam. Not a dirty move from Hale State, but definitely a strategic one. He's going to be able to keep that momentum on the outside, but now he's going to have to give up the lead. Taylor able to clear on the bottom. And now what do we see Hale State do here? Does he try another move to the outside? Does he fake outside, go inside? He's going to try a completely different line. Right there on the white line. Taylor tries a different line as well. He tries the outside. These guys experimenting all over the place. I think we might have about 4 or 5 laps to go. Suspense would be a lot better if I had a ticker, Sono 4. I would be able to tell everybody how many laps are left in this 1v1 that has been chopped down to the final race. Race 5, they've taken it all the way to the very end. And 16 of Hale State is going to make another power move, this time on the bottom. He's going to clear, but the crossover from Taylor. Both loose out the exit of 2. Into turn 3, who's the advantage go to? The 5 hit the apron a little bit. They both wash up the racetrack outside of turn 4. They're still side by side. I think this might be 2 laps to go. I'm not entirely sure. Don't hold me to it. But the racing, just like Kansas, has been phenomenal at this 1.5 miler racetrack. Little contact there from 16. He's going to try to get on the door and side draft. It's not going to be enough though. Taylor to the lead. State has a couple more shots. He is right in the draft. 5 trying to break it a little bit. Turns 1 and 2 for, I'm assuming, close to the final time. Maybe second to final time or final time. But TaylorGoneSlidin's actually pulled a little bit of a gap. 2/10 over that 16. And turn 3 and 4. Kind of the same gap, both of them getting loose on exit. And this has got to be the final lap. Five still pulling away. 16 made a mistake out of turn 2, got too loose. TaylorGoneSlidin looking really poised right now. Hasn't gotten as loose. Coming out of turn 4, both of them loose right there. And that was it. I believe TaylorGoneSlidin has won this 1v1 after a ultimate matchup here at Homestead. He will get the best of Hail State, and he will knot up his record at 1-1. 1 win and 1 loss. Unfortunately for Hail State, his first appearance on the Showcase Series is going to end in a loss. He is 0-1. But what a great matchup between these two. Very clean racing for the most part. We saw some craziness at the Roval that I'm still amazed. I mean, that ends up being the tiebreaker right there, was what happened at the Roval. What we saw. That was the difference. It was a little bit of a NASCAR Heat 5 glitch, but at the same time, you can't take it away from Taylor. Great drive from him to get the win in this 1v1. And that is also going to conclude. That's going to conclude this one. Congrats again to TaylorGoneSlidin. Again, we will see you hopefully at 7:30, 7:20 for the Hennessey Performance Racing League Xfinity Series. 45. So for Big Jim up here in the booth, thank you for watching, and we'll catch you next time.